But primarily today, we're going to talk about the middle section that we see just in the manufacturing verification area. And this is especially important because Honda has switched from strictly physical verification to primarily digital verification. It's enhanced our time to market, and it's also enhanced our productivity. On the 3D Experience platform, of course, we have the product data that comes primarily from CATIA. The process I'll talk about in just a moment is critical, and we've integrated that into the platform as well. And then the resource is where I'm going to talk about Virtual Factory in just a moment. Then it all comes together in the virtual build, where we actually go through a production sequence step by step to make sure the car can actually be built as planned and as designed. On the left side, we bring together the product process and the resource in the manufacturing bill of material. We can see any vehicle, any variation of that vehicle, the specific plant contents, and the specific plant resources. We started with the new model process development. We had a legacy tool that was only text-based. It was really a valuable tool for our process engineer for what we had at the time, but we couldn't take advantage of the 3D data that was being generated by R&D. We couldn't take advantage of all of the data that came along with that, and it was really hard for the process planners to visualize what they were assembling because they were just typing in part numbers and typing in a process sequence. We can pull all of the product process and resource data in, just as we did before, from the legacy system as a starting point. Then the process engineers go in and make all of their changes, and then we can quickly understand the part consumption. Now, Virtual Factory. Virtual Factory means a lot of different things to a lot of people, so let me put it in context. Our goals were to create a building in 3D to further advance us into simulate the Gemba. We really wanted to see the product and the resource together in the context of the plant. So we created a strategy. In the virtual build context, in the upper right corner of that top image, it's circled around resource. So that's the part what I'm talking about now. We have a strategy from the model to the layout program all the way up to simulation. This is what we want to accomplish. This is the actual instrument panel line. And now connect that to the modeling. This is where we're really focusing to improve the accuracy and make sure that it matches reality. So we've got the kinematics of the modeling in there for the fixturing that the associates have to move up and down to do the assembly work. We've got the conveyance systems. You can look at the local areas. And then finally at the entire work area in context. And you can see all the logistics containers around that where we can expand that further into the future. In this section, what's really critical is we've connected that new model process development piece I talked about earlier with the visual connection. So the process is in the lower right corner, and now we can see that process actually in action and happening on the line. So we've had a lot of benefits from the virtual factory activity. It's reflecting the actual manufacturing plant condition. This was critical in what we wanted to accomplish. And of course, we're laying the groundwork as we continue to enhance and develop this area for future activities. You can imagine the logistics and the carts running around inside the plant to simulate that and find the optimum delivery routes, for example.